Good morning, everybody. Beautiful day here in Agawam, Massachusetts. It's about, what, August 3rd or so, I guess. And it's in the morning, just shy of 9 o'clock. And I thought I'd give you guys just a brief video to fill the space in of me not sending one out in the last week or so. Because we're working on two projects simultaneously, the C30 project and the Corvette. And we're about to finish up the taping of one section of the C30 and jump over to the vet. But in between that, since how I haven't gotten anything out yet because we're waiting on parts, what else you gonna do? I'm gonna put out a little something. And if you recall, we did a video on this baby over here where we were working on that, trying to get it started, and she stopped cranking on us and we don't know why yet. We're gonna hop in there and look, not on this video, but real soon for that. But we have the other compadre to that, which is the one I brought down from Texas. And we're getting ready to do that, pull them both up so we could utilize parts. And the bane of my existence on this one is this tire right here. It keeps going flat on me. I keep pumping it up, keep thinking I've got the problem fixed, and it isn't there. So I know this is kind of a not super interesting content, but we're going to use this Beaver jack because I didn't feel like pulling that big pump jack down all the way to do this. And we'll see if we can't get this tire off, and then we'll take it up and we'll put some slime in the baby and see if we can get it to seal that way. So you might be asking, why don't you just put the slime in the tire while it's on? Well, because there tends to be a little bit of a bead leak on it as well, so I have to use the big compressor to put enough air into it. My little one that does it remotely, it won't do it, it just leaks out. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to show you pulling the tire off, and then we'll go put slime in and we'll see if it works for us. All right, so just hang on tight here. I'm gonna pull the handles out on my handheld unit here, set you guys up in the grass, and enjoy the view. We'll see how that works. How's that looking? Not too bad, huh? Now this jack, I've used it before. It works pretty good. It also has the oh my god, got all sorts of things falling out of here on it. It also has the air pump to it, which stopped working. I don't know why it did that. It's got a nice tow strap that goes with it, to it, and it's got the Beaver tire taker offer thingy, which we're not going to use probably because I haven't had a chance to figure out how we use that yet, but the jack part of it works pretty well. So we'll go ahead and we'll set that up. We'll see if we can't get it positioned correctly. Use the lower one here and see if we can't get it in underneath this so it won't fall, and see where we go from there. Okay, it's morning, so it's a little wet out. See if we can get this positioned in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, folks, looks like we are dragging down the pump because I can't get this underneath it because it's sunk down so low that it's in the grass. So that one's a bust. So hang on a second, I'll be right back here, and we'll keep doing it, but we'll do it with the big jack. Okay, we're back. We got the heavy ass floor jack down here. Now, what did help a little bit was, you know, the little trick for moving these, right? Where you can pull on the handle like this, put your foot on it, and stuff like that, and around the shop you can just push it on your big wheels. It more or less works in the yard too, except when you hit a divot and it tries to swing you forward, so you need to be careful about that. But let's go ahead and get this positioned and jacked up here and see if we can't get this tire off and then get some crap in it. Stop it from doing that. We're going to just use some slime and see if that'll work. To take care of it. So let's see if we can get, oh my goodness. Of course not. Why would I want to do that? We're on a nice wet ground. Casters want to stick. Fortunately, I win. All right. Let's get this sucker up in here. All right. Crossing your view here. Position it up a little bit. Use the appropriate tool for the removal. I think those are 3/4. I'm not sure. Let's find out. 13/16. Yeah, they're 13/16, not 3/4. So let's go ahead and get them off. Okay. Got those off. And a very flat tire, as you can see. A little bit of cracking. I'm hoping we can just seal it. We'll put some air in it, we'll put some slime in it, empty it out again. See if it'll work. Let's pop these on here. A couple turns just to make sure they don't get lost. That. All right. Let's go see if we can blow a tire up. Take a core out, put some slime in it, and see if it'll stay inflated. Or, excuse me, if we have to go ahead and put a new tire on it, because it's going to be a pain in the buttocks. But we'll see. Go ahead and see if we can't get it up and rolling here. Hey, look. C30 tires work for great workspace for that. And I can set you up on a tripod as I point you into nowhere to go ahead and let you see what we're doing. Like I said, not very compelling content today, but you know, something to let you know that we're still out here doing stuff, even though we're kind of a little bit stuck. All right, first things first, let's blow that sucker up a little bit. Put this tire to inflate. There she goes. Does it every time. It's not holding air though. Big leak somewhere. Right down, there we go. Blow her up to 40 and make sure that's bead seated. Okay. So we can find out where she's leaking. Right over here. I don't know if this will seal a bead, but we're going to give it a shot. So let's grab our core remover. Take this sucker out. So you hang on to your core, especially when the tires are full. But they fly across the room. Ooh, nice whistle tone. Nice old big thing of slime. All right, seems how it looks to be right by that. Let's set it up this way. Let me do this. First, cover up, dump some slime. Now, I like to do things with fresh tires. I don't use a lot of slime, but there's an appropriate place. I used to use it a lot in Texas when we were down there and we had mesquite thorns on the lawnmower because it would just puncture those suckers like crazy. You can end up changing the tire every week and putting new tire on if you wanted to with that. So slime became a friend. We'll see if it'll work in this case and maybe keep us inflated for more than a day. All right. One more good squirt. Okay, we'll call that good. The thing about slime is you can get green everywhere and that stuff likes to stain. And they like to drop cores off. So we're going to have to go hunting for that. There it is right there. So let's get this out of the way. Outside, where if it makes a mess, we don't get messy. Let's grab that. Get the threads off. Valve stem back in. Put that baby on and blow her up. Okay. Put some more air in her. Get her up to about 40 psi, and then what we're going to do is roll her around on the floor a little bit, bounce it. You can't get that slime to find the exit point and block it. Or it could just be, you know, sidewalls are cracked enough. There we go. Okay. Let's roll the puppy. Roll the puppy. Now you can't see me. Let's look down just a little bit, shall we? Just roll the sucker. See if it'll hold air. All right, so we're gonna let it sit a minute. We'll see if it holds air like this. We'll be back to check it on the trailer once we see if it's holding a little air. So let's see what the outcome is. Okay, so it's been a couple hours since we put the slime in the tire, rolled it down and put it back on. Before we go down and check on it to see if it's still holding fast, let's go ahead and let's check this out, which is what I wanted to show you guys. This was something I got from Beaver about a year ago. It's electric jack for the car. They have a whole entire kit for it. So let's open it up. I wanted to show you. We were going to use it to go ahead and jack that up, but it just wasn't cooperating. Not the jack, the ground and the surface. So here's the kit, and it's kind of an emergency kit. It comes with lots of stuff. It's run off of your lighter, or your lighter. Yeah, your lighter. It comes with this where you can go to the battery if you want directly. It comes with 2 different sizes for pulling it up. It's got a couple things on it that I find interesting. This is the power cord where you can plug it in and it runs. It has a screwdriver. It's got a crank handle. It's got the belt cutter, the window breaker that comes with it. This is the jack portion right here, and you can do it for lower regular type, or it comes with SUV level, so you can jack it up and get the SUV underneath it to do that. It comes with a tow strap, a smaller tow strap if you need it. This is the Beaver automatic. It's a hammer. It's like your gun, the gun that I used, my DeWalt over there. But this is for that, and it works okay. It's reasonable. It'll do the job. It'll get it done. It feels a little weird. The compressor, and that worked originally. That stopped working, so I don't know if it's got a slippage or what. But the jack works really well. It's a scissors type. It's electrical. It goes up. It goes down. We got it when we were. I got it last year when we were moving back and forth when we were coming from Texas back to here and up to Massachusetts in Agawam, and we used it to check the tires on the trailer when we were towing it. We used it, you know, in case we got into issues or anything like that, and it worked really well. So I'm not sponsored by these guys at all. I'm just saying it's a good kit if you want to get something. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was like, what, $80 on Beaver to go ahead and get this, and it does the job. It gives you a nice portable. I keep it in my wife's car, the Suburban over here, that white Suburban, right behind the boat. You can't really see it right there, so that we have something in the car to do the things in case we run into an issue with that. So let's go down and let's go check that tire. Like I said, it's been a couple hours, and we'll see if it's held. The last time that I pumped it up and got the bead reseated, it was deflated inside of, I don't know, about an hour and a half. So we'll see if we did any better here with it being pumped up, and if it stays, I'll give you a quick short later on if it eventually did go down. But if we at least made a change, it should still be up. And here we go. It's still up. It's slower. It looks like it's getting soft. So this could be done in a couple hours. We may not have fixed the problem, but it's definitely slowed it down some because it was flat by the last time. So I'll terminate this one here, put it up for you, and if it goes on me, we'll do a real quick short, less than a minute, just saying, oh, nope, didn't do it. And we'll probably have to put a new tire on it to seal it, or at least pull that tire off and clean the rim to get it to seal. But anyways, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Just wanted to throw a little something out while we're in between the big videos, trying to finish one up and start the new one. So we'll be back to you. Have a great day.